welcome to RPM. I am Mr. Inorganic. I'm here in the comms booth all on my lonesome. There are some big football games going on at the moment, which I am hoping to be able to keep half an eye on. Especially the mighty Villa are playing. And I am kind of worried that we might get a bit of a hammering. Let me just make sure everything's all okay. I don't know why I'm not showing as being online. I don't know if I am online. That's all. I'm just checking if I was streaming or not, because I'm not sure my phone's connected to the internet at the moment. Well, I'm not quite sure what's going on at the moment. We're having technical difficulties. So at the moment I can't actually check YouTube to see any of your comments. I'll try and sort that out. And with the lovely track of Monaco, which for some reason I do seem to have some of my best results. I think that's probably because I think it's you don't need to particularly rely on speed. Look, I think I had a very interesting race yesterday. It was yeah, I spent most of the time probably getting my wing replaced. We fell for a male, wasn't in trouble financially, they certainly are now. Just for the amount of wings that I got through, but I did manage to get my highest position of the season. And we're just going through some of the. We've only got 10 drivers, like I said. Lots of other stuff going on, especially in the holidays. At the moment, I think that was a bit of a Booty taking the same line that I took. I think clipping the wall. I think yesterday, if you watched the race yesterday, I think a lot of them were quite amused by my tactics and my sheer changing of wings capability. But I did manage to get 6th place, so I will take that. Definitely my highest position of the season. I'm trying to see if I'm still not saying. Let's see if I can get my YouTube up and running, just in case I've got anyone that wants to speak or chat with me in chat. Let's have a little bit of video. Hey, don't you just love technology? I think. There we go. I think I've got it. Try and get my phone turned down. There it is. Ah, there we go. Chat, I'm on here. Yeah. Good evening, Ivor. Can race sound be lower on or come higher? That's probably my.
Located here in the beautiful French Riviera, Monaco is the second tallest state in the world.
My TV, I'll turn that up and down a bit, and I will turn that up a bit. Is that any better? Always trying to please. And now we're on board. Steve-O's gone round it third quickest in the beautiful Alfa Romeo. We did have Rusty in the beautiful Alfa Romeo get a podium yesterday. Good points for the Alfa Romeo team. So Steve-O and Luke will be hoping for a bit more of the same. They will obviously be up against the incredibly quick Mercedes teams, who last week, if you watched, absolutely dominated Silverstone. Monaco's a completely different kettle of fish, different beast, and Morris is just in a 19.7 as Callum comes through the front door and makes a bit of a noise if you wonder what's going on in the background. Not only do I give you commentary on the F1, I also give you commentary on what's going on in the comm booth. He was out with his friend, but obviously not for very long. I was just dropping her off to work. Well, still on board, Steve-O, who's yellow flags, possibly cars getting out of the way. Let the faster drivers through, which, yeah, was interesting yesterday. The corners, you do kind of see drivers turn up to your rear view mirror rather late. And yeah, I just happened to see a driver behind me at the last moment. I don't think he was expecting the rear of Alfa Romeo to be there, and poor Cavalis ended up flying into the back. That's probably the fastest I've been in a very long time, being pushed along. Let's have a look. Aiden, after the disappointment of the last week at Silverstone, the championship leader. Oh, and that's yeah, that's probably the quickest line through the bus stop. I'm not sure it's allowed, but I actually didn't take that line at all yesterday. Aiden is into the pits. Oliver will have to do it the hard way because he's out of qualifying. I did not pick that up on stream, so I'm not quite sure. He must have at the moment, so he's got his work cut out on that one. At the moment, Quinn's on a bit of a flyer in his Red Bull. I think he'll be quite happy with this, and he's coming up to the back of a McLaren. I don't know which McLaren it is, but there's a McLaren in front of him. It could be, well, they've pulled over. Oh, and Quinn just taps the wall. Yeah, there's probably a lot of Alfa Romeo paint on them walls. A hell of a lot. And in the background, there was some sparks flying from the fence. Even though there's no cars about, so that was interesting. But at the moment, Quinn is on a flyer. Is he going to be quick time? No, second on the grid. So Quinn, now it's over to Aiden. That's very impressive from Quinn. Quinn will be happy with that. Obviously Monaco really hard to overtake round here. So higher up the position, the starting positions, the better. So Quinn will be open, then he can get and that spark still going on that fence. I don't know what's going on there. There's somebody lit a firework and it's got stuck in a fence, or yeah, I just love to see it. But we're on board with Aiden now, as he will start his flying lap now. DRS open. Past the start finishing straight. So easy to clip the wall there. And Quinn will be Quinn will be watching this with bated breath while he's in the pits. We'll stay with Aiden on his flying lap. And while my phone has decided to suddenly put his volume back up again. My phone just loves that and wants to be on the commentary. And now we've got Alexa going off. Excuse me 1 second. Alexa, stop. There we go. I've got special guest star of Alexa in the comms booth. And that sparks are still going in the fence. I don't know if anyone else can see them sparks, but sparks are going to fly. If it's anything like yesterday's, yeah, we can expect lots of wall touches and bangs and pit stops, but Aiden has got, oh look at that, 300th of a second quicker than Quinn. Is Quinn going to try and get out on another lap in? How much time have we got? Yep, I'd imagine we'll start seeing a lot of drivers now coming out, which is a bit of a risk, I'd say, around Monaco. You want to kind of stagger it a bit, because the last thing you want is to have a slow car in ahead of you. Only with some very hard places to overtake. As Aiden takes that, doesn't want to get anywhere near them sparks. And Stebo is out. Oh, Stebo, he's had a moment. I don't know if I'll be able to pick that up. But Stebo, he won't be improving. So he'll be hoping that many times many drivers don't. Yep, sorry, for a minute then I thought on my screen Smith had hards on, but no, he hasn't. He's got his softs on. What was going on my screen then, but probably the light in the shade of them sparks. We've got Smith now, who just goes about his business. He'll be hoping for a good race to keep the pressure on Aiden out in front, and he's got a chance to maybe go fourth on the grid with Stebo being out. But Stebo, don't worry, if you're gonna crash out, yeah, do it in qualifying. Let the Alfa Romeo engineers, mechanics work their magic before the main race. We're coming, got Smith through now, sector 2. Let's see if he's up or down. Coming up to the bus stop through the sparks. I think them sparks were probably still there from me yesterday. How I didn't ignite. If there was any spilt gasoline yesterday, I probably would have ignited it. The amount of sparks coming off my wings as I was hitting walls. But I made it to the end. There was apparently a £6,000 bet made before the start of the race that I would crash out before lap 10. I believe that bet has not been honoured and not paid up, because I finished the race. You have little faith. And Quinn is out. So Quinn's not going to improve. Stebo is still happy. He's still in 4th position. I don't know if Smith is going to come in on this lap, but it looks like he's on a bit of a flyer. Let's see on the times. No, he's coming in. He's 2 seconds off. Let's go with one of the tangerines. Let's go on board with Kieran, who had great fun yesterday. I think it was the Mr. Inorganic show, I think, yesterday on the stream. So let's see what Kieran can do. Oh, he gets a bit, his back steps out a bit there under acceleration. And Luke's out as well. Aidan has gone round the fastest, oh boy, 3,000th of a second. Oh, we're gonna have a good race. Kieran and he hits the wall. So all of that inorganic hitting the wall yesterday. Kieran too also likes the walls, but he won't improve as my phone decides again it wants to. Yeah, turn it on, isn't it? But there we go, 10 drivers. We've got Aidan in pole position, so he's be happy with that. Morris in 2nd position. Quinn in 3rd. 4th Stebo. 5th was Smith. 6th Luke. 7th Kieran, ahead of his teammate Booty, who wishes he'd probably stayed in the Ferrari. And Giraffe there in 9th. No entity, because apparently some 2-bit team they're playing the Premiership. Brighton is it? Who are they? Don't know. They're playing tonight as well. I say that they'll probably get as a Villa fan. With Martinez not in the lineup for being ill. That's a bit of a worry. But there we go. There is the lineup. Aidan, Morris, Quinn, Stebo, Smith, Luke, Kieran, Booty, Giraffe and Oliver. Maybe he's going to have to do it the hard way. He's going to look at the start to finish. As we wait now for a, because there are, no, I'm starting in the middle of the pack. No. Well, Yep. In the middle of the pack. Watch out for the walls. There is no formation lap, so we are going to go straight into the race. So hopefully I will be ready for that. And we've got Rusty in chat as well, another Alpha legend there, and Kieran in his McLaren. Yeah, no, in the middle of the pack. No, well, hopefully we'll see McLaren at the back of the pack as we see the very short pit stop lane of Monaco. I think I saw this most of the race yesterday, but I still managed to finish and got my best result this season. So it's not all about out and out pace round here. It's luck, other drivers possibly crashing out. Anything can happen around Monaco. I did a few laps with no wing yesterday. Well, actually, the car didn't actually feel any different. The first wing that I lost. I'm still waiting for. Let's go. It's pedal to the metal and away we go. Aiden gets a good start. Oh no, and this has been a spin on this big, and oh, virtual race safety car. Kieran is out. Kieran is out. Oliver is out. There's a lot of banging going on upstairs. Steve-O's got a 5-second warning. There's a safety car out. Wow. Kieran, if you want to join us in comms, you're always welcome. If you want to overtake comms and commentate on a race that you didn't make at the second corner, Kieran, he was laughing at me yesterday. I finished it. But wow. Yeah, I think the Ferrari of Aiden, whether it was touched and he was spun out, but let's try and get. Let's have a look. There we go. Tyres. A bit of a mixture. Well, Kieran had gone on the softs. Oliver won the mediums. So not the race Oliver would have wanted in the Mercedes. And definitely not the race Kieran would have wanted in the McLaren. We have everyone apart from Quinn in the pits, so I wonder if everyone has taken damage. It looks like everyone has had their a bit of an unsafe release there. Obviously wanting to drive the beautiful Alfa Romeo there, Giraffe. So I don't even know what to say here. Not the best of starts for the Alfa Romeo team, not the best of starts for McLaren, but Booty will be pleased with his start, moving up to third. I think the motor cars that just spun, I don't think there was many places them cars at the back or in the middle of the pack could go. And when you've got a car that's suddenly on its side and everyone trying to avoid it and slamming on brakes, people at the back don't particularly expect it. And I think that's probably what happened to Kieran. How did a pile-up happen on a straight and not even on a corner? I don't know if Aidan was slightly tapped at the back, which made him spin. And he hit the wall, which made him spin, and he was out in front, which then caused everyone to kind of go into the side of him. I don't know if Kieran is going to take off his racing overalls and walk up to the comms booth. Might not do after giving a certain Mr. Inorganic some stick yesterday. But I made it to the end. Kieran. Then the game kicks off. 8:15. I will be keeping a bit of an eye on that one. Won't be keeping an eye on the Brighton game. Don't even know who Brighton are playing. All I know is a mighty Villa. And we're away at Man City. We're going to get a bit of a thumping. There's a safety car, leads everyone through the lovely streets of Monaco. Yesterday we didn't have one safety car at all. We had a virtual safety car, which allowed me to pit, and there's some damage there. I think Aidan's picked up some damage. I don't think he was and Aidan's out. How do you DNF under a safety car? He picked up a bit of wing damage, but he's DNF'd under a safety car. So Aidan, who had a bad race last week, pulls off to the side there, and it's a bad week for him this week. Should have kept on going, especially with two drivers already DNFing. You would have got some decent points. So at the moment, the beautiful Alfa Romeo team are the only team that have got both of their cars still in this race. So all they've got to do is just keep it clean, and you're going to get some really good points. Safety car is in. Quint has been leading now for a while. The most beautiful pile-up in 4 seasons. Everyone wants a restart. Can't we get a restart? Sorry. Aidan gets brake tested. He says, under the safety car. I don't know if he could have possibly. I don't think it would have been on purpose. I think it would have been other cars kind of slowing down. But Quint now will have the incredibly quick Morris behind him. But Quint has got the better tyres. He's on the mediums. The hards can be a little tricky around here. So Quint will make his Red Bull incredibly big. But Quint is having a bit of a storm up, and he will just want to keep Morris there. Oh, and Aidan has left the RPM server. So, Aidan, after claiming that he got brake tested, has now left RPM. A bit overreaction there. We've all done it in safety car, where people have slowed down. You don't expect people to slow down. And I mean, I've experienced it. I think everyone has. So a bit of overreaction, which means Aidan now drops out of the championship completely, and I believe that's Smith now, last season's championship winner, I believe, is now championship leader. But yeah, Aidan, it can happen. It's easy done round Monaco. Like I said, all it needs is one driver to just to slow down a bit, and it just bunches everyone up. And yeah, it can happen. He just lost a bit of his wing. He could have, like I said, anything can happen around Monaco. He could have just gone into the pits, changed his wing, kept on going. He would have got good points. But has decided to quit RPM. So you've heard that first. Absolutely no words. Absolute clone show. Ooh, it's Monaco. Yeah, it does happen around Monaco. Very narrow streets. And I had enough wings yesterday. Probably used up the whole of the next year's budget as well, I think, on wings. Quinn making that Red Bull incredibly big, but Morris is going to get past him on the straight, and Morris makes that move stick, and he's on the hards. Quinn's not going to give up without a fight. He's still, Aidan is watching the channel. It does happen. It's happened to me. Plenty of time under safety car. With 2 drivers already down, there would have been 8 drivers left. He would have got some decent points. Maybe once he's calmed down a bit and the red mist has vanished, hopefully you'll rejoin. But Booty must have made a mistake. Booty, is he getting the new wings? No, he's not. Not liking them hards one bit. So Booty's going into the pits, getting rid of the hards. It's quite early. Aidan would love to see your point of view incident. Stupid. Yeah, you'll see the red mist now and then. Best thing to do is not doing knee-jerk reaction. Just put the controller down, step away from the game for a few days, and yeah, let the red mist settle, and then think about things. But Morris now is pulling away from Quinn, and look at that big gap they've already got over Giraffe. Quinn is absolutely on a flyer. That's doing fantastically well. Giraffe in the only Williams. Will it make it to the end? No, Iowa's put too bad. Good luck in the future. Yep, Aidan, if you're not going to rejoin, we do wish you luck wherever you decide to race. Yeah, it can happen in any league race. Oh, and there's a big one. I was saying, will the Williams finish? Will it make it to the end? And the answer is no. He's hit the wall. He's lost the suspension. That's allowed the two alphas now, 4th and 5th. Booty, who was some way back. Well, no, there's no yellow flags. There's no safety car. There's just a car sitting in the middle of the track. And the stewards round here are absolutely fantastic. And Booting out will move up to 6th place, and then there were 6, and Morris is already 15th, 16th. What's happened to Quinn? Did Quinn go in? Oh, Quinn went into the pits. Quinn pitted, and all that excitement. Quinn's gone on to the hards. I didn't risk the hards yesterday. I wasn't particularly. Didn't fancy the hards around here. But that puts Morris in an absolute dominating position. 16 seconds ahead of Smith. And Smith again, just doing what Smith does, just staying out of trouble, get the car round, and and it's took him to 2nd place. That will put him in a good position in the championship. Morris will be closing in. Oh, and I believe Villa are losing already. 10 minutes, and Villa are losing. It's going to be a cricket score with Olsen in goals. I hope we haven't got any Olsen fans. It's over. Anyway, back to the action. Smith doing what Smith does best. Behind him is Steve-O, who did have penalties, but served them in the pit lane, so he's got rid of these penalties. So that will be better towards the end of the race. Steve-O will not want to let Smith get too far ahead, and everyone's all on the same tyres apart from Quinn. Who is on fresher tyres. Oh, VAR is checking for offside. I do have a reporter at the Man City ground. Oh no, it's a goal. Anyway, back. It's not going to be a good evening. Smith 17.5 seconds behind Morris, ahead of Stebo. Stebo will not want to let Smith get too far ahead. Both the Alfa Romeos still going well, and we've got the brother battle, Alfa Romeo versus, and Stebo is coming quite early on the 11. The hards are a nasty tie around here, and Stebo, after doing about 11 laps on them hards, couldn't wait to get rid of them. We've only 6 drivers left. It makes sense. And he was a big distance ahead of Booty. Booty's just taken his car round the track, taken in the sights, and we want to try and get points for the McLaren team, seeing as Kieran didn't make it to the second corner. So asking for a restart. This is simulation and we have rules. If you want to play again, try Mario Kart. Restart as many times as you want. My comment. Broadcoms? My comment. Is comms? Is my comms bad? If my comms are bad, don't know how I've read that, but yeah, my comms have always been bad. Booty. Morris from probably stop off and do a bit of gambling in Monaco at the moment. He's almost 20 seconds ahead of Smith. I don't think that would worry Smith too much. Smith would be happy with second place. Quinn, who's had a, I'm going to say he's had a fantastic race, had a fantastic qualifier. He's had a fantastic race, and now Quinn on the fresher hards. So I'd imagine Smith, but I mean Smith is he's the master of looking after his tyres, but he looks like he hit the wall there, and Smith's out. He did hit the wall, and Smith's out. We're going another safety car, and then there were 5. I think he just clicked the wall. I mean, I kind of got the back end of that. It looked like the camera didn't particularly change too brilliantly. But Booty now, and Booty's going to go in. Yeah, Booty get rid of them horrible hard tyres. I imagine everyone else is going to go in. Yeah. He'll go onto the mediums. Quinn has stayed out. I mean, this is fantastic for the Alfa Romeo team. No bias whatsoever. No comments is good. Thank you. But now we have 5 drivers. Booty. Oh, again, doesn't need to be setting particularly fast times. You just need to get round. You're going to get good points. He's going to finish in the top 5, and I think Booty will be quite happy with that. Luke into the pits. He's got rid of his hards. Now everyone now onto the mediums. The safety car will bunch everyone up. I mean, we did say yesterday we didn't have one safety car yesterday. 10 drivers today, and we've lost half of the pack. So everyone trying to get a bit of TV. Just go into hiding. I don't know what's there's some stuff going in chat. I don't fully know what's going on in chat. I'm here in the beautiful, it looks a bit cloudy, city of Monaco, with one eye on the race, one eye on the thumping ass that we're going to get. And I'll take a point now. If we can get a point, we can take that. It's going to be great points for Alfa Romeo. I don't think it takes the pressure off the Alfa Romeo boys. We don't need to do anything stupid. I just need to get the car round. And we could have an Alfa Romeo on the podium for 2 days on the trot. Alfa Romeo did have a bit of a unlucky start to the season, but maybe things are starting to turn around. The farewell season for Alfa Romeo. Booty. It suddenly seems to be going quicker than he has all race. Oh, Villa have scored! Oh, you gotta wait for the blooming VAR. If anything's going to happen, you know. But at the moment the standings are Morris, Quinn, Stebo, Luke and Booty. Booty just doing what he's got to do. I think he took a lesson out of watching me yesterday. And yes, 1-1 gets in. John Duran. Yes. Come on, you Villa boys. We've still got the safety car, right? I would have loved to drive in this. Kieran would have loved to have seen you drive in this, but you crashed. You crashed. I finished the race, and what VAR checking for what? You said he was well onside. Oh, bloody VAR. We're seeing more of the safety cars going round. I mean, my screen is saying that the goal has stood. Yep, well, it's 1-1. Take that after Tottenham drew yesterday. That'd be good for the mighty villains. Safety car is in this lap. You aren't caught in a pile up in a straight line. I stayed out of it, Kieran. I stayed out of the trouble. But I was saying Smith keeps himself out of trouble. But clipped the wall, and that ruined his race. But, Aston Martin quite fragile. Morris will lead the pack through, and he will go now. He's kind of kept Quinn napping a bit there. But Quinn, he's having a storming race. Quinn, he's been impressive. all race and in qualifying. He will know that the pace that Morris has got, so I don't think Quinn will be too worried about Morris steaming off into the distance. He's going to be more worried about the two Alfa Romeos that are behind him, the beautiful Alfa Romeos. There's 5 drivers, 2 of them are in the beautiful Alfa Romeo. After losing Smith, Giraffe, Aidan, Kieran and Oliver, we have 19 laps left. It could turn into a bit of a hard race to commentate on. Morris has gone round in the fastest lap. I mean, the gaps are already appearing. Everyone is outside of DRS zone as well. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. So, yeah, lap 21. We've lost championship leader Aidan, who has sensationally walked out on Ferrari. Smith, then, who was the new premiership leader, slightly clipped the wall and DNF'd. Aidan, who got mixed up in a bit of a safety car incident, resulting in losing his front wing, his front end plate, and pulling out of the race. Kieran and Oliver got caught up in the first corner incident, where everyone seemed to have gone through the first corner, perfectly fine. Whether Aidan was touched at the back, his car then spun, and in a very, very narrow streets of Monaco, the car was sideways. It blocked everyone's path, and Kieran and Oliver ended up being unable to react to what was happening in front of them. When you're flying through a corner, you don't expect everyone to have suddenly stopped in front of you, especially on a straight. So it was bad luck for Kieran and Oliver, and now we've got big gaps. We have big gaps. Booty, who was just being careful, and it's what you got to do. Just take it careful. Don't need to do anything heroic around Monaco. I think Booty's been watching me too long there. I think I did that a few times yesterday. First corner, put the power down. He just rubbed the outside of your tyres against the wall. And Kieran's comment, I wasn't put up in a straight. No, because I kept out of trouble. We did have an incident at the start of yesterday's race. I managed to avoid it. And they all laughed at me yesterday in the comments. They found it hilarious. I'm glad I entertained yesterday. They certainly entertained today. But now the gaps are appearing all over the track. Morris, we'll stay on Morris because he's absolutely flooring it. I'd love to know what super glue he uses on them tyres, because they stick to the road. I mean, if Morris wants to give a certain inorganic driving lessons, feel free, because absolute. I don't know how you get the car to stick to the road like that. With only 5 drivers left and big gaps, I'm going to waffle about nothing. With also velodrawing 1-1 with Man City, I'll definitely take that. Yeah, see, I've tried that line going over the curbs there, and I always found the car would bounce and take off and go into the wall. So I did kind of, take that line. A bit, but how he flies around that corner, how he gets the car to handle like that, it's masterful. I drive like this every week in my dreams. I'd probably got through about 30 wings by now. Certainly, absolutely, beautiful lines, getting it right every time. On the sparks gone as well in the wall. So I think the sparks have gone from the wall. I think the sparks may have gone from the race. We have 14 laps now. Help. And we have big gaps. The Alpha boys, they're not going to want to challenge each other. Quinn, I've got to say, so far, yes, Morris is doing an absolute masterclass like he showed last week. But he's not steaming ahead of Quinn. And for me, at the moment, sorry Luke, teammate and fellow commentator, and already an Alpha legend. But at the moment, I think Quinn is going to be driver of the day. I could say, very easy to give it to Morris, who was being absolutely fantastic from start to finish. Who seems to be able to find so much pace through the corners. Obviously, he must be on a completely different tyre compound to what I'm on, because he can make that car stick to the road, and he's pulling away now quite a bit as we go for the let's have a bit of Queen going through the hairpin. So between the two, Morris and Quinn, for my personal choice of driver of the day. I'm having it on good authority that the crash of the day goes to Kieran. Kieran picks up the crash of the day for not making one lap, especially when you've got inorganic and the beautiful Alfa Romeo finishing. So at the moment, if anyone wants to let me know what their choice for driver of the day. I mean, we've still got 11 laps left. There's big gaps. Luke is maybe 11 seconds ahead of Booty. And like Booty doesn't need to do anything. He's going to get fantastic points for finishing 5th. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic race week for the Alfa Romeo boys, with the lowest position being 6th from yesterday, which was myself. So I'm still keeping the trophy of Alfa Romeo's slowest driver, and probably Alfa Romeo's worst ever driver to have driven an Alfa Romeo. We've got Steve-O, who is 4 seconds ahead. So it does look like we're going to get another Alfa Romeo on the podium. Just that view then, you just see the 2 Alfa Romeos just coming through there. That's beautiful. That's just beautiful. Somebody take a picture. Somebody take a picture of that there. Beautiful looking cars. I'm trying to get a picture of Kieran's McLaren. But by the looks of it, it's all covered up and on the back of a tow truck. Kieran must be that upset. He hasn't actually joined me on in the comms booth, as we see a beautiful view then of both the Alfa Romeos. I'm just going to go through every car, so every car gets a bit of airtime. We've got 9 laps left. 9 laps. Yep. 5 drivers out. Kieran and Oliver got caught up in a horrible incident at the start of the race. It was neither their faults, and was kind of unavoidable for them too. So it was mighty unlucky. Aidan in the safety car incident. Giraffe, who I remember I lost it coming out of the bus stop. It was the corner after the bus stop, I believe. If you're going a bit too quick, it can put the car into the wall. And let's go on to Booty, who is doing what he's got to do, and he's into 5th. Keep it clean. Avoid the walls, and you're going to finish in the top 5. So you do it around Monaco. It's not particularly all about out and out pace. That's probably why I got my best results around Monaco. Because if it was a fast course, yeah, I ain't gonna make it. Footballing wise, 38 minutes gone in the Villa game, and it's still 1-1. Morris is now 10 seconds ahead of Quinn. Quinn is 10 seconds ahead of Steve-O. Steve-O's 5 seconds ahead of Luke. And Booty is 13 seconds behind Luke. They're all on mediums. I'd say, you know what, let's have a look. And Morris has got fastest lap as well, by quite a bit. Oh, it's raining. Oh, no. This is going to spice things up. It started to rain. Just when I was looking at this thinking, wow, is it going to rain enough to make 7 laps left? Oh, Morris has picked up a 3-second time penalty through the bus stop. Obviously trying to get as much... Oh, and he's hit the wall! And he's hit the wall, and now Morris has picked up a time penalty and then hit the wall. Now is he going to do an Alfa Romeo and he's going to keep going? He is. That's what I did yesterday. I don't think it makes that much of a difference round this track, but Quinn now, and it's raining, this could spice things up a bit. It's not coming down that quick, and I don't think it's going to make much of a difference unless we suddenly have a massive downpour. But just when you thought that the race might be getting a bit a bit it's all over, the Evans have opened to add a bit of maybe a bit of spice to the end of the race. 6 laps left, and Quinn is catching Quinn. Quinn is catching Quinn. Quinn is catching Morris. Morris, I don't know if he's kind of switched off having that much of a lead. Maybe the track is getting a little bit greasy now, and he's going to get into the pits. And I would imagine he's going to go onto the softs, get his nose repaired. He is going onto the softs. His fastest lap, he's already in the bag. But Quinn now finds himself in the lead. Did Morris just kind of switch off that far ahead? But them tyres, 17 lap old mediums, probably would have made it to the end, but with this bit of rain, he's going to make the track a little bit greasy. My phone again has decided to turn itself up. I love the way it, maybe it was a blessing that we're tired. As my phone decided it wants to have a paddock, but Stebo and Booty have gone into the pits. They've gone on to Inters. Is it wet enough for Inters? There doesn't seem to be any spray. So, and Morris has got another 3-second time penalty, and I think going on to the softs was probably a bit of a mistake with the rain coming down now. It doesn't seem to have any damage, but he's staying out. But now, that gives... And Quinn's gone into the pits, and Quinn's now decided that it is wet enough for Inters. So Morris now goes into the lead by a second. So we are going to get a bit of a race towards the end. It is going to start penalties, because Morris has got 6-second time penalty, but Quinn is almost 9 seconds now behind Morris. I think Morris, but Morris is on softs. Luke is on mediums. Is Luke gonna? 4 laps left. He's quite a bit difference. Luke would lose. Could Luke possibly lose third if he stays out? Is he going to come in? 4 laps left. The rain is coming down. And I think we'll get close to the wall there. I think it might be worth going in, you know, and getting onto Inters and not risking a DNF, but he stayed out. Lucas stayed out. He's Luke doesn't think it is worth going onto the mediums, and he will just nurse the car round nice and slowly. But Quinn has already dropped back 11.5 seconds now, so Morris has built up a big enough gap, but he is on the softs, where Quinn is on the Inters, and look at the spray now. There is lots of spray, so that track is definitely getting wetter. With 3 laps left, it's going to be incredibly hard to be driving the car now with that much rain on the track. Oh, go around the corner. Oh, a bit close to the wall there. But maybe Luke might want to... Is Luke going to go in? No, Luke is also deciding to stay out. You just nurse that car round. Don't need to do anything silly. We've got Alfa Romeos in 3rd and 4th. But Morris is still managing to pull away from Quinn, who is on Inters. Obviously the softs will come beautifully underneath the bridge, but the track is getting wetter. Does Morris, if he comes into the pits, he will lose his position. There's 2 laps left, and he's got a 6-second time penalty, and he's 14 seconds, but he won't want to do anything stupid. He has got a bit of time in hand to take things a bit slow, but again, I mean, he's in so much rain. He's on slicks, and the rain, the track is that wet, and he's still going faster than I am. I don't know who's doing it. I really don't. Quinn, who decided best to stay safe and go on to the Inters, and I don't blame him at all. So that rain is getting worse. We've about 2 laps left. Luke has decided that he can get round, and he's on 21 lap old mediums. So Luke is on the worst tyre at the moment in the rain. So this is a masterful drive from Luke, who's managed to get the mediums to 21 laps in the rain. Stebo, who did go into the late pits to go onto Inters, hasn't really made inroads on Luke, but good points for the Alfa Romeo team. And Booty will score good points for McLaren, because Booty's just doing what he needs to do. He stayed out of trouble. He's just got his car round. No need to be for heroics. And we'll go on board now with Morris on the final lap. I think Quinn will be hoping that... look at his squirming them tyres. He's going a second round. Oh no, Man City have scored just before half time as Morris goes round the hairpin, and it's the guy's going to be a little bit nervous. Car's squirming. It's the final lap. He doesn't want to do anything stupid now. It's 17 seconds. He's got the time. Doesn't need to do anything silly. Take it nice and steady through the bus stop. Come up to the very tricky part of the track. It gets a little bit sideways then. I bet that was a bit nervous. It touches the wall there. The tyres are holding on for dear life, but what a victory for Morris. His second race for RPM, a fantastic win. Quinn, who's had an absolutely fantastic race day, done everything right, and will cross the line in second. Luke in the beautiful Alfa Romeo, who's got 22 lap old mediums in the wet, and he's managed to get it round. That just proves to you how good that Alfa Romeo do handle, apart from myself. But Luke goes through to third. We go to Stebo, who crosses the line in fourth, and Booty, he finishes in last place, but it's fifth place for Booty, and he will take that. Didn't need to do anything, stayed out of trouble, kept it clean, and all the games decided that Stebo's going to DNF again. Well, an absolute disaster of a game, because it moves Stebo down, but obviously Stebo did finish. Driver of the day, Booty. Yeah, because he made up positions, people crashing out. But for me, I think driver of the day, Booty. But what a marvellous drive from this man, Morris. Absolutely flawless. A few little mistakes towards the end when he lost, hit the wall, picked up a couple of time penalties. Had enough pace and enough confidence in the car to get round. Put a nice gap between himself and Quinn. And Quinn will be happy with that. Quinn will be pleased with his podium. So there we go. Morris wins, ahead of Luke, ahead of Quinn. Quinn finished ahead of Luke. So that's another Alfa Romeo in the podium. It does say Booty 4th, Stebo 5th, but Stebo had already crossed the line well before Booty, so it would be Stebo 4th, Booty 5th, and Smith, Giraffe, Aidan, Kieran and Oliver all DNF. So that is your race. I hope you don't mind, but I'm probably not going to do any interviews, because I'm going to turn this off and get myself a ringside seat for the Villa game, and hopefully we can pull it back. But at the moment we are losing 2-1. I don't know any of the other scores. But that was myself, Mr. Inorganic. That was Monaco. Very interesting. Next week, it's a new feature for RPM, where it will be a random picking. So I think there's Australia, Kota, possible another track, and it will be picked at random. So yeah, don't know which track it's going to be next week. That could be interesting. I will be racing on Tuesday, so feel free to come and drop in. And yeah, if you like what you see, it was definitely an interesting race. Monaco never fails to deliver the action and the drama. And we will see you next week, same time, same channel, and it will more likely be Kieran. He might be joined by Luke and Booty again. I'm sure they'll have a good laugh at my driving standards. on Tuesday. Hopefully see you then, and hopefully I'll see you all in the Premiership next Wednesday. This is Inorganic saying thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Good night.